Hello, everyone. Welcome to my podcast, Do You Know You? So, today I have a very special guest with me, Jubnav Chadda. He's a designer. He's a very special designer to me. He designed my engagement dress. Welcome to my
Yes.
podcast, Jubnav.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
Hello
how are
to
you
everyone.
doing?
Good, good. How have you been?
I'm good. So, Jubnav, what do you think? Do you know you?
Not really. Still in the process.
Yeah, we all are. So, Jubnav, how did your journey as a designer started?
So I enrolled into fashion college just after my graduation. I always wanted to do something in the industry. I was confused either between interior designing or fashion. But then I chose fashion because this enticed me more.
Okay.
I enrolled into Pearl Academy. I graduated. I did my undergraduation in fashion designing from there, and then I went on to do my shows in New Zealand. There's a show called Worlds of Wearable Art. It happens in Wellington, the capital city of New Zealand. So I was there participating as a finalist in 2017 and 2018. And then just after coming back from there, I started my own label in October 28, 2018. I still remember the day. So and then yeah,
October 2018, you started your brand.
yeah,
Yeah, and I met you in December 2018.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's great.
So exactly like October, just in a month basically. So basically,
Yeah, November, because
that
December
was,
I had my
yeah.
function. Yeah, right. So November, yeah, true.
I remember you were like one of my very first clients.
Yeah.
Uh, Bill Book.
Yeah. So, Jubinav, like with so many followers on social media, is how easy it is to not be on social media all the time and following the trends and everything.
It is not easy at all because this is my work. Being on social media is basically my work. Fashion
Yeah,
is very much driven with social media, so I have to
true.
be updated about what's happening or what is inspiring to me. Something comes up or the other on the Instagram is the most addictive app. Yeah, that's where I always am. And it's not easy to not be on social media for me because it's my
Yeah.
job. Everything creative. So what I do is I double check if someone has done that work before or something like that. So that is much more easier for me to go on Insta and just see the designers who do this similar kind of stuff, and then they have not created something which is in my vision.
Yeah.
So yeah, social media is very much addictive.
So, how many hours in a day do you put in your work?
In my work,
Yeah.
it's I can't say, like, there's no specific limit. So for example, just 2 days ago at 5:30 a.m. I got an idea because I sleep very late. So I was sleeping around 5:30, and I got an idea of a newer collection which I wanted to make. So
Hmm.
I started processing about the collection. I started researching then and there by 5:30 only. So I can't tell. Sometimes it's like 2 hours a day. Sometimes it's like 12 hours a day. Sometimes 24 hours a day. I can't say because our work is very much driven uh, like from the mind, right? I don't necessarily have to put in a lot of physical work, but my mind keeps on going around. Even if I'm parting somewhere, I spot some clothing which I'm like, yeah, this one is really good. I can do something much more better with this.
True.
So yeah, that's why it's like a constant work. So I can't pinpoint like working hours with this because it's my business basically, and I am a creative person. So when something just struck my mind, I can't
Yeah.
let go of it. Like I have to put my work then and there on it.
So, yeah. Yeah, and I really like your collection. I will put the
So,
Instagram link of Jabinam's Instagram ID in the link. Sorry, in the comment section. Do check it out. So, Jabina, with so much work and everything, how do you deal with your? How do you work on your mental health? How do you, keep your sanity?
Because the work I do excites me. So it is a part of my healing only. It is not a part of something which I'm in stress of. I do not get stressed with my work, so it doesn't matter to me if I'm working 24 hours because it's something which is very much exciting to me. So I don't get stressed basically. So I don't need. I do need a time off. Obviously, I take time off for myself, like away from all this. But then I can manage it on my own. I do take it out whenever I can and whenever I want to basically, not even can. Sometimes I just want to and I just take the time off. Even if the situation doesn't persist, but I still take the time off. Just for myself, either go somewhere or just do nothing, go on Netflix and watch some series or something. So, but yeah, they do take my time off from everything every now and then.
So what is your me time? Watching Netflix? I mean, something on
Yeah,
the television.
nowadays it's just that only. Nowadays you can't do anything. I don't go out a lot. I started gymming again like today only basically. So I that gym is one part of my like me time. That
Okay.
used to be like before lockdown. It like I had every day I used to go to gym and then lockdown happened and I was not going. Then now I'm fully vaccinated, so I'm like let's go back.
Yeah, but like you saying like your work, is something that give you it's your strength. You just don't get bored,
Yes.
so that you need time out. But like the world is going through a very difficult situation, COVID, and it has hit your business as well, right? It has
Yes.
affected
Yes.
your
100%.
business in a way.
Definitely.
So how do you deal with all that? That is what I mean, not only from your work.
Uh, it it sometimes it is very hard to process all of that. But then I look at the brighter side sometimes that we are in a much better place than a lot of people actually.
True.
So that helps me to like calm myself down because this thing is happening with everyone right now. Nobody is safe from it. Nobody, be it any profession, be it any strata of the society, nobody is safe. So that is the only silver lining to this. That's all. That's the way I like take my mind off. But then you are a human, so it doesn't like you can't stop sometimes these feelings. Why is the business not coming? Why is not as we expect it to be? So these
Mm.
things come and cross your mind when you feel low. Then you talk it out to your friends or something, and then it helps.
Yeah.
The family
So
or friends. And
yeah, true. So, like you were saying that with all these negativity, you think that you are not the only one and the whole world is going through. So, do you also deal with negativity on social media? Do you get any comments or something like that on social
I
media?
do, but it's generally from like fake accounts or someone I don't know. Basically from fake accounts. It's never from a genuine account. I haven't personally got anything from a genuine account. I do get a lot of slack from fake accounts that goes into my like the DMs which I don't even open. So yeah, uh, like on my face directly from from a genuine profile. If it's a fake account, then they are the bullies. So
Yeah,
I can't be bothered about them. They need to get a life.
true. So, Juvenil, like you were saying, like you sleep late, you work all the time at 5:30. If you get an idea, you start working on then and that. But if if you're working so hard and then sometimes you don't get orders, sometimes due to obviously because of the COVID, people were obviously not buying fashion stuff and
Yes.
everything because they need to do the necessities and that's it. They have nowhere to
Yes.
go. So how do you deal with that? Your
You can't
business
do
and
anything.
everything.
You have to be okay with it. You can't do anything. You have to be okay with it because what I can do is promote my brand. What I can do is do good creative stuff. That is my part. Business part is depend. It depends upon the consumers and the whole economic situation and everything, which is not under my control. If
Yeah,
something is not under my control, I can't be bothered by that like too much. I think
true.
about that how to tackle it, but I can't be bothered about that.
Yeah. So what is the force behind such a strong mental process? Because not everybody is mentally that strong, like you're saying, I can't control the economy and everything. So what is the force
Yeah.
behind it?
I guess I am secure in life. That's why I'm much more secure in life where I am, like because of my economic situation as a family and everything. That is the only reason, basically, to not be able to be like, I know that I can take risk and take like not be bothered because I have food on my table. That is the only thing that keeps me sane.
Yeah, that's right. So do you do anything special for your mental health? Some meditation? Do you follow any spiritual stuff?
No, I don't. I don't. I don't.
You
Just music. Music is the main healer. So I just put on my AirPods or something, and then I just listen to the music. That's all. That's the only thing which like calms me down. And hypes me up, so calms me down. Both the things. Music can hype you up also and calm you down also.
So do you sit down and self-reflect on what have you have done, where you have to go and stuff?
Oh, that is a very risky space. I I do that, but it is not a good space to be in. Then you start doubting yourself a lot. Either you start appreciating yourself too much that you create a vision, like an imaginary world for yourself, or you
Mm.
start doubting yourself. So mine is mostly doubting myself. So I try not to self-reflect too much. I let people's opinion guide me, but not the people who doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about self-reflecting only, not about people.
Yeah, saying that I don't self-reflect too much.
Okay. That
So I
makes you
let people's opinion guide me
okay. That makes you
instead. Yeah.
anxious.
No, it's okay. It doesn't cross my mind too much.
Okay, that's good. So, my next question would have been, what do you think? How is your EQ? I think your emotional quotient is quite high, from what I can.
Yeah. No, it is either too low or too high. It depends upon situations actually. If trouble or something, then I am like zero, minus. If situations are not under my control or something, then it is fine. Then I am fine.
Okay, that's great. So, what do you think? There is a difference. Sometimes today we talk a lot about self-love, self-care, and everything, but there is a very thin line between self-love and being selfish.
True.
You can, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. There's a very thin line.
Yeah. So how do you, set yourself on that level that that I have to do the self-love, self-care, but you don't get selfish in that way.
See, very good quality that I must say that is about me. I care for myself as much as I care for other people.
Okay.
So it is not like I'll be caring too much for other people and then I get hurt. No, I
No.
will care for myself also enough so that I don't get hurt by the people who I care about, who deliberately or non-deliberately.
Okay.
So self-love is something which is inherited in me somehow. Like I pamper myself, I like get stuff for me or like do things which help me just feel good.
So how do one do that? Like, uh, for our audience, for me, like, how do you care about someone till that level that you don't get hurt?
Just see that they reflect the care, like they care about the care that you're providing them, right? If you care about a person and they doesn't care back about you, it has to be a two-way situation. It can't be just one-way situation. It shouldn't be a one-way. It can be a one-way situation, but that's bad and that's toxic. It should be a two-way situation. You should see what other person is doing for you.
For that, you have to get hurt then once or twice, no?
No, just yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You have to take some risk, obviously. If you like, for example, if you care about a person too much and then they don't care about you from the beginning and you know it that they don't care about you from the beginning, then you are foolish. That's all. And then you continue it. If you care about some person that you know like recently and then you have become friends or something and then you see that person also cares back about you, then you care about them little too much. That's fine. Then you're in a safe place. Like you can't compare that they're caring about you at the same level that you are, but you should be comparing that they shouldn't not be doing anything. They should be
Yeah.
just sitting idle and you're the only one who's like pouring yourself out. That is very stupid.
Yeah. So by working all the time, Jubinav, how do you, draw a line between your professional and personal life?
See, the good part is I run a business. So I am the owner of my own timeline, right? So I can manage it easily. Like sometimes, obviously, you have to give a lot of priority to your work than your personal life, but that's fine. Then you can adjust and you can have a reason for it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fine. That's like you can manage it. You can manage once you if you're doing a job or something, then it's very difficult. But if you're running a business, then it's much more easier, I feel. Setting your own timeline, it's much more easier. You can set a timeline like obviously you can set up for more of your personal space or more of your business space, or you can't balance it. Obviously, there's nothing called balance in any situation because it has to be something or the other has to be weighing up and down. So yeah, that's all.
And how do you limit your social media time?
I don't.
You don't.
Whenever I feel whenever I feel like I have to go, I just go and check it out. Even in the gym, I check it out like most of the time. It's okay, it's fine. It's not stressful for me. I don't. So the social media is toxic for the people who feel it is toxic. I don't feel social media is toxic. I feel social media is very fun and something which is there.
So you don't feel that social media addiction, you have social media addiction.
I do have social media addiction, but I'm not like I if some
Bothered by it.
yeah, I'm not bothered by it. If it stops one day, it's fine. It's fine. It is
Okay.
there. That's all. Plus, I don't get very like the people who get jealous of bodies. Like, one person has to be very much self-aware and self-confident about themselves. Then only you can't be bothered about the social media toxicity. That's all. You have your own identity, and you should know that, and you should own that. That's all.
Yeah. So, Jabina, what do you think is your greatest achievement by now?
My greatest achievement. Yeah, it has to be. Oh, very deep. It has to be my article in USA Today, like my name in USA Today. Yeah, that was very much shocking to me also. I
That's
got featured in USA Today for like something which I was also not like very early in my career. Very early in my career.
okay. That's great. So, what giveaway would you give to our audience for self connect, self reflect, and be strong at these difficult times?
Just know that you are in a much better position than a lot of people when you like self reflect and all. That is the only thing which has helped me basically.
Yeah. So, thank you so much for being on the
Thank
podcast.
you.
And thank you
Thank you.
everyone for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe. And also check out Jubinav's page. I'll just put the link down. Thank you, Jubinav. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Geetika. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you. Same here.